Здравствуйте, дорогие зрители и подписчики, приветствую вас на своем канале, меня зовут Евгений, и сегодня мы продолжаем прохождение Hellblade. В очередной раз пойдем погружаться в это безумие. Так, секундочку. В очередной раз пойдем. Ага. Собственно говоря, поехали, не будем тянуть кота за известное место. Я в смысле за хвост, если кто не понял. Так. Unreal Engine, все дела. Так, это у меня предзагрузочная зевота. Загрузочная зевота там, я не знаю. Давай быстрее мне. Так, продолжить. Поехали. Hellblade. Senua Sacrifice. Ой. Все прогрузилось. Так. Немножко тут под этого. Так, подождите, товарищи. Так, тут у нас махачи, собственно говоря, были махачи. Так, а я откуда припиздохал-то? Я же вот из этой двери вроде как вышел, да? Или нет? Так, тихо, что это, кстати? Тут за хрень непонятная. Что тут произойти вообще должно? Неизвестно. Ага. Так. Отлично. Нас приветствуют 3 символа. Отлично.
The journey to Helheim is never a straight one. Each must find their own path. Align yourself to its secrets, and you will find yours.
Отлично. Так. О, так. О, тут у нас что-то есть. Так. Подожди. Есть. Одно есть. Что такое этот? Типа призраки какие-то летают в округе.
However you come to the gold-covered bridge that leads to Hell, you may find it guarded by a giantess. She will ask your name, she will ask your lineage, she will ask your business. The Northmen tell of the warrior woman Brynhild, who leapt into fire and rode to Hell to join her slain love Sigurd, and is challenged by the giantess.
Что-то интересное происходит. А. О. Какие хитрожопые-то, смотрите-ка. А чё-чё? Ну, Михалыч-то как? Ну, хорошо, как скажете. Так ты вообще работаешь, нет? Ясно, понятно. Значит, это через верх, походу, скорее всего, да? Так, видим еще одну. Есть контакт. Последняя осталась. Биты такие, конечно, прям ничешные. Так, еще выше. Так, наверное, лучше все-таки, наверное, надо было сначала наверх слазить. Потом уже это. Отлично. Теперь с чистой совестью движемся назад.
Hela possesses large dwelling places in Helheim. Tall are her walls, high are her gates. The name of her dish is hunger. Her knife is famine. On her threshold all will stumble. Her bed is called sick bed, and her bed hangings are called flames of a funeral pyre. They say she is easy to recognize, half black and half the color of flesh, and her face menacing and grim.
Ясно, спасибо. Все такое мрачное. Что дальше? Ворота.
That song again. It's Hela.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is
Махач с боссом будет. Что ли? Ух ты, ёб твою мать.
I'm sorry.
Что-то рожа тут.
what you're doing. You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this. Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness.
Так
Fight.
ты не маленький.
Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
Stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before. They They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You fail the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be? Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there is no one left to do that for you.
What's that?
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your soul.
Come on.
Пиздец какой-то вообще происходит.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
It's not real. It's a trick. It's not real. It is real. Listen to it. Dillian. Dillian. It's not. It can't be. It's not real. It is real. It's a trick. Don't trust it. He's here. Maybe you're already dead. Who are you? Maybe this is. You still believe in yourself? No. It's him. He's here. It's a trick. She knows he's here. It's a trick. He's already dead. You know he's here. He can't be here. It's impossible. Dillian. Someone.
Come to me. Please.
The light. Go towards the light. It's him. There he is. It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your mind. It's in your mind. It's real. It's happening. Go towards it.
Ураненная, вся убитая, ужас, пиздец какой-то. Ну да, бежит, конечно, она не камильфо. Хоп, 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 хоп. Хоп, хоп, хоп. Мечом там что-то машет.
There it is. You imagining things. It's not him. It's Dylan. He's gone. You were too slow. How could you? Keep going. How could you? Keep going. Ignore the pain. I told you it was to trick you. I told you. Where are you going? See,
Мечу пизда.
come on.
Вся раненая. Потихоньку, помаленьку. Прыгать еще.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father Zinbal made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
Because you're here. Come on, keep going. The steps you can take. Come on.
Пиздец вообще происходит.
You'll get things done.
В голове, конечно. Чего это? Даже бежать стали быстрее стало. Да ну нахуй, серьезно? Что? Охуеть. Ладно, беги, а тут что-то телится, как еле-еле. Все это, конечно, хорошо, но вот телится внутри. Так, нам туда надо.
It's already disappeared. Nothing lives here, not even you. It's pointless. It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind.
Senua, there will be times that you will feel alone and exhausted, like a strange little fish swimming against the tides of the big ocean. But have the faith to let go and let the tide carry you away. Because the whole ocean is your home, and it does not ask you to swim against it.
Кстати, надо кое-что глянуть. Так. Так, отлично. Едем дальше. Мне горы нравятся, прям красиво, блин.
There he was, the lone figure of a boy. Swordplay under the shade of a tree. She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, He moved as if dancing, and the world danced with him. The glue lifted. For the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
Ну, там вдалеке кривляется. Чего это сейчас?
Where is he? He's there. Where is he? He's there. Under the tree.
Еще дойти до туда надо.
Come on, you have to keep
Ну,
doing it,
драк-то не
doesn't it?
предвещаются, у нас ни меча, ни хера нету. По крайней мере, пока. Опять закрыто там что-то.
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day, Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Siggeir, wants it, but Sigmund refuses him, so King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
Отлично, там походу меч будет возле дерева. По ходу дела как. Так, наверное, нам пока туда не надо. Что за подгрузки тут непонятно. Сейчас пошли.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
Отлично. Многообещающая информация сейчас была. Так, я вот не пойму, там, я так понимаю, нам назад будет надо идти, да? Там тупика все-таки не будет, наверное, да? Ой, точнее, тупик, наоборот, будет возле дерева. То есть тут плюс-минус до дерева и... То, что там как бы двери, и хер его знает. Ну, вроде как.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood.
Ну, не знаю, не знаю. Собственно говоря, расскажу вкратце. Чувака привязали цепями к дереву, да? Вот. Намазали лицо медом. Когда пришла волчица,
No, it's a trick. It's an illusion.
когда пришла волчица и начала слизывать мед у него с лица, он схватил волчицу за язык зубами и держал так крепко, ну, волчица, естественно, вырывалась по понятной причине, и держал так крепко, пока цепи, собственно говоря, не сломались и он не свалил. То есть, блять, это по факту, то есть, если он держал волчицу зубами за язык, то чисто теоретически он зубами может цепи рвать. То есть он брать в зубы цепи должен по факту и зубами их рвать. Ну, блять, это ж пиздец какой-то вообще. Ну, понятно, что это игра, но, блин, как это звучит. Опа, нихуя. Да
How
хренеть.
does he so effortlessly caught the world of bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
Цветочки там, все дела, красота. Все так безмятежно.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I'm not. I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zenua's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learned all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Billy. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who is supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are. But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy
They
you.
won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here,
No.
and all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you. I promise.
Так, ну и?
The light by the tree.
Can you see him?
You want to believe it, but
Is he
he's
there?
not real.
Is he there?
You're alone in these mountains.
Is that Delia? Nothing lives here.
You won't.
Survive.
You met him by the tree.
She met him by the tree. Maybe it's a sign, the tree.
Наебалово, я думал, что-нибудь поведают, мне
Waiting for you
интересно.
by the tree.
А, нихуя. Там он что поведает. Че это вообще за место? Камнями все выложено. Хз. Ладно. Сейчас разберемся.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with a sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy and finds him strong and fearless, and so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir. But luck is not on their side. They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive.
Бля, похоронить заживо это жесть, конечно. Это прям, блядь, жестковая жесть. Че вообще за место, непонятно, что-то. Блядь, рисунки тут все дела, но что-то как-то не работает это. Может потом пригодится, шиш его знает. Бля, никому реально не пожелаешь, блядь, быть похороненным заживо.
As Sigmund and Sinfjotli are being buried alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hall. The king burns to death. Sigmund calls to his sister to come out, so that she may live and be honored. She does come out, but only to tell him the truth. That she had slept with him, her brother, to beget a strong avenger. I am not fit to live, she says, and walks back into the fire. Strike vengeance from your heart, Senua, as there is always a heavy price to pay.
Короче, почти половина. Почти половина. Ну, это одну там где-то просрал вдалеке и... Собственно говоря, похеру ланошечь. Шик, блядь. Так.
Take it. A sword. Take it. Dillian left it for you. Take it. Take it. Take it. Don't take it. It's coming from there. And there. What are they? Look. Where's it coming from? She started something.
What's happening?
Senua, imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the tree of death will take you to new lands.
Че испытания
The trials.
какие-то.
Go to the shard.
Go to the shards.
What's the shard?
Тут
Find it.
вроде
It's the metal
будет
runestone.
еще как-то это.
It's in front of you.
Проход бы, блядь, открыли.
The metal. The runes.
You need that sword.
Go to the shard.
Find the shards.
Угу. Пойдем по порядку сразу в сторону меча. Испытания тут какие-то еще. Что за испытания, загадки? Пойди очередные. Ладно, сейчас узнаем.
Where is it? Find
Find
it.
it.
Вот обломок, иди к нему.
Focus.
Сосредоточься.
Focus. Use your eyes. Look.
Get closer.
What can you see?
The Northmen say that their Allfather, Odin, gave his eye in exchange for a drink from Mimir's well, the Well of Wisdom. In blindness, there can be wisdom. Only by giving can you receive in return. For this reason, I give my life and pass on my stories of the Northmen to you, Senua.
Where am I? I can't see. Who's there?
Can you hear me? I'm right here. Can't you see me?
Help me.
Breathe slow.
It's the darkness.
Stay still. Empty your thoughts. Tell me what you feel.
The breeze.
Good. Then there is a way out.
I can't tell where it comes from.
Yes, you can.
The others. The voices. They've gone.
I'm still here.
It's so quiet. So dark.
It's okay. Listen to your own breath. Feel it rise and fall. Good. Be aware of everything you hear and feel. Let your senses guide you.
Ну прям вообще систему не пили.
I can't go on. Dillian?
Find a way. I'm not leaving you here.
Ну, тут я вижу, вот огонь горит. Только толку от него, блядь. Что он есть, что ли?
I think I'm somewhere else now. The breeze has gone.
Use all of your senses. Let the world speak to you. What do you hear?
I hear water.
Go to it.
Хоть глаз выколи, ничего не изменится.
I've reached the water.
Good. That's your way out. Follow it upstream.
I'm so sorry. I thought I left this all behind.
Don't be sorry. It's not your fault.
He was right. It's inside of him. It won't let me go.
Senua. My father. He taught me that the hardest battles are fought in the mind, not the sword. You're no coward. You proved that to me in the warrior trials. This is just another battle. You can beat it.
This isn't your battle. You don't have to help me.
I want to. Besides, you are going to be a great warrior one day. We need people like you.
Okay. I'll do my best.
Shh.
I know what you're thinking. He's not really here. It seems there's no escaping the past in this place. And so she's forced to relive it. To what end?
There's a waterfall. I can't go on this way.
Then look for another way and tell me what you find.
There is a house. I don't know what's inside.
Don't be afraid.
There's something in here.
Do you see it?
No.
Then it cannot see you. Quietly move past it, one step at a time.
Что вообще за херня непонятная? Хуйня какая-то там булькающая и непонятная вообще.
It's not following me.
Move it behind and keep moving forwards.
Бля, их там двое. Вообще непонятно, куда, чё, блядь. Ой, так. Я уже в этой темноте заплутал нахер просто. Что происходит? Она исчезает, что ли? Я типа иду туда, где я сдохну, что ли, или что? Что-то не пойму. Не знаю, я, по крайней мере, пойду посмотрю, что будет. Мне очень интересно просто.
It's not following me.
Leave it behind and keep moving forwards.
Привет. Че, нашлась пропажа, что ли? Ну, мне интересно, что будет, но я не умер, я вообще не понял, что произошло, если честно. Так. Я просто вообще пытаюсь отдуплить, в какую сторону мне надо. И что вообще происходит? Всякие вон пузыри ходят непонятные. Толку-то? Вот как так-то, а? Вот серьезно. Ну ты даешь, ну ты даешь. Ну, в Дискорде хоть что ли выползает, а что-то это. Я уже все, я думал, тебя там похитили, украли, уже в розыск хотел подавать. Собственно говоря. А она пароль забыла. Сейчас прикинь бы, да, вот так вот. Пошел бы заявление написать, что пропал человек. Все дела. Вот неудобно бы получилось. Так, блин, вообще непонятные прыщи какие-то. Недопрыщи. Давай это, вали отсюда.
There's more of them. I think they're moving.
You're breathing too fast.
I'm scared.
This is the
Ой,
sound
бля.
of your breath.
Тихо.
In and out. In and out. It will pass. You can do this, Senua.
Что-то как-то все пока что, блядь. О, что это, блядь, такое тут? Ой, куда иду? А хрен его знает. Куда-то иду. Подсказывает опять не туда, да? Давай восстанавливай там пароль. Ой, так. Окей. Что мне подсказывает, в обратном направлении нужно пиздовать. Дайте мне фонарик, а? Нихуя не вижу. Блин, вот это здание, конечно, оно прям манин, блин. Говорит, ну давай, говорит, зайди. Да, вроде нет. Серьезно? Блять. Я, короче, кругаля дал просто. Ладно, пойдем заново, хули делать-то. Пойдем, так сказать, в самом очевидном направлении на данный момент. Все нормально. Так, дальше что? Че шепоты эти криповые такие.
I think I'm in a house. It stinks. Death.
The darkness is testing you, but you are in control.
Особо вариантов, куда пойти, нету. Тихо, тихо, тихо.
A well. There's a well.
Don't turn back. You're getting close.
Чай кончился. О, свет, да ну, серьезно что ли?
Help me.
Come to me, Senua.
Lillian. Is that you? I can see a light.
Yes, I can see you too.
Свет, блядь, свобода. Свобода от тьмы.
She could spend hours, days even, trapped within herself, in the dark.
You see me?
Yes.
Your eyes were open, but you were gone.
And when it finally let her go, she could be anywhere, with no memory of how she got there.
When it comes for me, I have no power over it.
But here, for the first time, someone was there to help.
But I heard your voice. You brought me back.
You found your own way back. All you needed was a little help. A little hope.
It's done. You did it, but there's more.
Так, отлично.
There's more. I'm tired, but you have to keep going.
Да будет свет, сказал электрик.
It's not going to be
Оперный
easy.
театр. Перерезал проводом.
Can you do another one? It's too much.
Да.
She hasn't got the energy. No. Too much to do.
Так, идем на следующее. Так. Самое главное разделить грамотно, потому что, я так понимаю, у нас стрим закончил, игра закончится на следующем стриме, поэтому надо как-то вот аккуратненько. Ладно, идем в следующее испытание.
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
Так, что это у нас тут такое? Хоть не тьма, уже хорошо. Хоть как высоко.
What is it? What does it see? Get closer. You want to see what the mask sees? Stay back, don't touch it. You're curious.
В смысле не смотреть через нее?
Be careful. It's nonsense. The mask is here to watch you fail again. Focus. Focus. Focus on the mask. You want to see. Where are we? What is this? It's the same.
Ух ты.
It's another world. It's lighter. It's nicer. I like it here. Can we stay? Let's stay here. I like the way it's
Странно.
safe here. It's calm here. It's light here. It's nice.
Ага, все понял. Сразу внимания никто не обратил. Давай, ну. Вот. Ты что-то сразу-то внимашки не обратил?
The bridge. It's not broken. It's fixed. What happened? The bridge.
Что прям просадки какие-то.
Let's cross it.
Так. Там закрыто, я так понимаю.
Dillian is in there. Don't forget. You can feel he's in there.
Да, сразу
You
зацепим.
need the runes to fight Dillian. You need Dillian. He's waiting for you. He always said he would wait. He's close. He cares about you. You can feel he's close. He loves you. You can feel his love calling you. Dillian. Dillian, we're here. Dillian. Dillian, we're nearly here. We're coming to find Dillian.
Так, отлично. Так, вопрос, где мне искать символ?
Open the gate. She can't. Open the gate. It's locked. Try harder.
Цепь висит, цепочка висит. Ладно, идем обратно, значит, идем обратно все-таки надо. Чуть не знаю, у меня здесь просадки идут почему-то. Не знаю почему. Из-за обильного количества света. Прям хер его знает. все нормально. Ну, у нее есть проблемы с оптимизацией все-таки в этой игры.
Go through the gate. Go through it.
Ну, это не критично.
What's behind the gate? Where will it take you? It's not safe.
Еще одна маска.
Dillian, there he is. There he is. What are you waiting for? Quick, find a way. Find him. Go through. Where is he? Where's he going? We're in the wrong world. He's not here. She's in the wrong world. He's not in this world. He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world. The dark. The dark.
Странно.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making.
Dillian's the only reason she...
Dillian taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Baldur. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Baldur dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Baldur's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness, swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Baldur's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
Так, где тут символочек у нас?
You can't go up there. Go up
Not in this world.
No, not in this world. You can't.
Do you remember him whispering in your ear?
Отлично.
You got it. Why isn't he here? He's gone, Dillian. He's in the dark.
Отлично.
You're in the wrong world.
Сейчас сможем пойти, значит, туда дальше, наверх.
Dark world. Without you. And now the darkness is swallowing you both. The curse strangled you just like it strangled him.
Отлично.
There he is.
Where are you taking
He's
me?
up there. He's up there. How do you get up there? There's a way. There is a way up there. Find the way. She can do it. You're nearly there. Just find the way.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Baldur, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Baldur's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe?" "I did not ask the mistletoe," Baldur's mother confesses. "I thought it was too young."
You smashed it.
Oh dear.
The curse cannot be undone.
Was it worth it?
Каша из этого. Как каша из этого? Отлично. Побежали, побежали, быстрее,
Why
быстрее.
didn't she listen to her father?
Блин, я там где-то камней напропускал. Я даже знаю где. Я вообще смогу туда вернуться, нет? Вроде как должен, по идее. Блять, сколько? 3. Ох, ёп. 3 символа.
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Huth says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
Так. Ну чё, погнали?
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillian. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbel and her past, and Dillian, her future. Two realities tearing at her soul.
Так.
He was the only one that really loved her. He did love her. Do you remember meeting him beneath the tree?
Чего, блять?
He saved you. He saved you. He loves you. You owe him. His love keeps you strong.
О, блядь, тут ты ебаный в рот.
He saw who she really was. He saw the warrior within.
Минус одна.
Wasting time just minute by minute by minute. What does she think she's doing? You're special. She thinks she can. They mean nothing. Being special. It's a waste of time. It could all be a waste of her time. What if the gods are just toying, playing? What if the gods are laughing at her? He can. Messing with her. It wouldn't be this. First time. Do you remember how he made you feel?
А, с той стороны надо подойти, че?
You have no chance for love now. Nobody will love you again. Ever again. You can. Do you remember the way he stroked your hair? Do you remember the way he felt? He's the reason she keeps fighting.
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Baldur's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Baldur's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
Тут закрыто. Так, и... Отсюда маска мне не даст ничего сделать, очевидно, да?
He saved you. He saved you. Loves you. You owe him. His love keeps you strong.
Что-то я не отдупляю, малеха. Пока что не отдупляю.
You killed him. He couldn't see the darkness within you. He believed in you.
Тут, кстати, это... Так.
Do you know? Was it worth it? You're still alive and Dillian's dead. He doesn't deserve to be dead. How does that make you feel?
The curse cannot.
Wasting your
Sure.
You have no time for this. Speed. These runes mean nothing. It's all part of their game. They've set you trials to distract you. They've set you up, and now they're going to watch.
Последний остался.
These trials mean nothing. It's laughing at you. What if they take you no closer to Dillian? That's Dillian, and you're letting this get in the way. What if they are just to tire you out, to make you weak before the battle? Everything gets broken in the end. You killed him with your love because he believed in you.
Все ясно. Все ясно, теперь все ясно.
He's the reason she keeps fighting.
Вот так вот хоп, 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 хоп. Петлять тут. Туда-сюда. Туда-сюда.
You have loved her.
Туда-сюда. Туда-сюда.
Was it worth it?
Когда сюда переходишь, прям шепоты такие дикие начинаются. Так, отлично, сейчас дальше пройдем.
Your curse has claimed Dillian. Poor Dillian. He didn't know he was kind.
Едем, едем, едем. Заебись.
This is pointless. What are you doing? It's pointless, and there's another way. Why did you think you could make this? You keep seeing runes. You see runes everywhere. Everywhere. But what if they're not real? What if they don't actually make sense? What if they're a trick? The gods were lying. If you think it makes sense, but really the gods are playing with you. It makes sense in your mind, but it doesn't make sense in the worlds.
Каша мало ела.
This language you don't
Стопудово.
understand. Sinbel was right. You're wasting time. You're cursed. You'll never succeed.
Эти балочки
No,
тоненькие.
quicker.
Давай сюда, говорит, машет.
It's not safe. You're going to fall.
Dillian never much cared for the underworld
You're going to fall.
and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Zinbel.
She can do it. You can do it, Senua.
I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see,
Very careful.
and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillian's arms, learned to see the world through his eyes. Slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
Be quick. Be quick. Careful. Breathe.
Ой. Так, отлично, еще одно испытание пришли. Я думаю, так еще у нас получается еще, наверное, одно испытание и...
Senua. Your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. He doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world? You, and only you can see, just to be rid of your nightmares? Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I know.
Дальше что, блядь, нас ждет?
I live for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
What if this is pointless? What if you're wrong? What if this is nothing to do with the sword? What if we're wrong? The sword will never be yours. What if this is the end? It's just a trick. It's just a pointless test. You've been fooled before, you could be fooled again. You're being tested.
Так.
You don't know. It's just their game for you. You never know which way it's going to go.
Ха-ха-ха, блядь. Ой. Дальше что?
I saw once a plague strike northern lands of ice. It was so terrible that not the oldest man among us could remember the like. Hundreds died. The sickness took nearly every person younger than 40 and many older. And where dying mothers gave birth, the marks of the plague were on the babes as they came out of the womb.
Ничего. Ой.
I don't like it.
Ла-ла-ла.
This place feels... It doesn't feel right.
What is this place?
It's creepy.
Отлично.
It feels wrong. It feels strange. Where is it? Where are we? Turn back. This is wrong. There he is. Dilius.
Опять
The light. Go
пляшет.
towards it.
He's in the house.
Find
He's going in.
He's disappearing.
Follow him.
Don't let him disappear.
The air
Where's it
smells.
gone? Keep going.
How do you find it?
It's just a trick.
It's a test. Like the old warrior trials. Dillian will help me.
Ну, наверное, не знаю.
The stench of rot. She can almost taste it. Do you smell it? No. Don't worry. Not everyone can. It was a warm spring day when she went to the river with Dillian and the others. but the water. She could taste the rot, but no one else could. She knew something was wrong, something sinister. She begged them to leave, but they just laughed at her. But soon enough, as the bodies piled up, no one was laughing. And they knew that she was not like them.
Даже здесь эти арки иллюзорные, так сказать.
It's broken. Fix it. You have to fix it. How are you going to fix it? Now you have to find him. Quick,
Most
get to the house. Get to the
он
house
сломан.
and finish this trial. It doesn't finish
Почини
until you
его.
get to the house. Before he disappears, Senua. You have to get in.
Так. Ага. Хопа-на! Ага. Система, бля, ниппель.
It's not done yet. Just a small piece of the puzzle.
Что нам даст? Ладно,
The
послушаем.
Northmen speak of a death moon, a light shaped like a half moon that appears inside a house and goes around the walls. I once saw the death moon appear at a farm, and first the shepherd died, then a guest died, and then the farm hands, and then the farmer and 6 of his men drowned at sea. But that is not the end of it, because the dead return to haunt the living. If you see the death moon, then beware, because there will be death in that house.
Это система ниппель, да, я так понимаю. Тупо дверь открыта.
To climb the tower. The ladder. Quick. What now? You can see it. Aligned to the truth. The bridge.
Как что придумают? Так.
She did it. You fixed the bridge. Fixed it. You passed the trial. Get to the house. You succeeded.
Это было несложно. На самом деле. Это было несложно. Так. Я меч хочу, я драться хочу. Я мало дрался. Еще подраться хочу. У меня меч забрали, сломали, выкинули. Все, пиздец.
Senua! Come to me! Where are you?
I'm here. I'm right here.
Are you in there? Come out if you are.
Where is he? Find him.
You have to find him.
The runes. Focus
Focus.
on the runes.
Focus the
Focus on the
runes.
symbols. Dillian! They're coming for me!
Так, не понял.
You can hear Dillian. It's Dillian. Go to him. Dillian.
Чего, блядь?
He's trying to save you. Anger has found you. Anger has found you.
Чего, блядь, происходит? Чего, блядь? Нахуй. Сейчас это было. Я, если честно, что-то нихуя не вкурил вообще, что сейчас произошло. Бегим. Бегим. Бегим отсюда. Так, тут
There it is. Huh? It's close. It's close. Move away. Senua, move away.
I feel it.
You'll die. Let it see you.
It
Go.
is.
Go towards it.
Run.
Focus.
Find
Focus.
it.
Focus. Run. Run now. Run. It's not safe here. Run. Senua, run. You don't even have your sword. You came through the wrong door.
How are you going to fight?
Where's your sword? Are you going to defend yourself? What is that creature?
You can't defend
What
it.
shall I do? Safe. I feel unsafe. Where is it? I'm not
Че,
safe.
кого,
You're
блядь?
dying. You're lost. You're dying. This is what death feels like.
Оу.
A light. Go towards it. Find how to find one more. Run outside. Find the other symbol. You're lost.
Look at you.
Where's Dylan?
Where is he?
You've got them.
You have them.
Where's the door? I have to find a way out. Find the gate.
Get out.
Run. Run. Run.
Don't let him look at you.
Don't let it see you. It's coming. Move away. You're lost again.
Так, ага, вижу куда.
Where are you?
Senua! Senua! What happened?
They're blaming me for the plague. They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
How would they know such a thing? Are they gods? None of us are. They're just people. Good people, but they're scared. They're afraid of what they can't see. Like children scared of the dark. They make up stories to fill the void. That doesn't make them true.
What if my father was right?
You have to step out of this darkness. Let them see who you really are, like I have. You're not a monster.
Замечательно.
This darkness has made me a monster.
Последнее испытание. Думаю, наверное, заканчивать. У нас там плюс-минус.
They're taking your memories to torture you.
They're taking you from the inside.
You're disappearing one memory at a time. Every time you remember, it disappears.
They're going to take everything.
They're not yours anymore.
They're going to take everything you have.
The memories are ghosts.
They belong to the gods, not to you.
They're eating you from the inside. They want to kill your soul.
They want to crush you.
Да, в принципе, надо заканчивать. Как раз у нас, я просто поглядываю местами. Тут
The memories were yours.
у нас получается как раз
Nothing is yours anymore.
плюс-минус там к 2 часам. Ну, мне кажется, раньше завершится все. Поэтому надо сейчас. Так. Сохраняшечку бы прям вот сейчас бы в тему. Но она там плюс-минус при выходе была. Я так понимаю, так что на следующем. Да, коротенькая игра, но очень интересно, мне нравится, прям необычно, прям, собственно говоря, очень необычно. Так, отлично. Так, прямая трансляция. Все, всем спасибо за просмотр. Комментируйте, ставьте лайки. Подписывайтесь на канал и до встречи.